ever been in a relationship where you met this person, you went on the first date, and you really like this person, and then you found yourself, spending more time with this person as you got to know them, and you really started to like them and enjoy their company. Next thing you know, you all are having like deeper conversations, and you're becoming more intimate with each other, not sexually or physically necessarily, but just you're becoming closer. You spend all this time together, and the next thing you know, you're like meeting friends, and you're meeting parents, and you're really starting to learn about this person. You're really starting to figure out who they are. At some point, you start to feel as though they have become an official component of your life. You start to include them in your future. Everything seems to be going great, but every now and then there's these things that this person may do that you question. It kind of makes you stop and think, okay, this is unusual, but I'm gonna keep moving because I really love this person, or I really like this person, or I really enjoy being with this person, and I don't want to seem as though I'm overreacting. And so you go on, and you look up, it's like a year later, and then 2 years later, and then everything is seemingly going well. You love each other. You're now saying I love you, and you are really starting to like be a part of each other's lives, and they've become like this permanent fixture in your life. But still, there are these little things that happen where you're kind of like, that's unusual, or that's odd. You just have these things where your intuition is talking to you. But again, you don't want to overreact. So you want to give that person the benefit of a doubt, because you have grown to love this person. You have grown to truly appreciate who this person is and what they mean to you in your life. All of a sudden, these suspicions that you may have had even early on, they become more frequent. You realize that some things just aren't adding up. You start to wonder who this person is when they are not with you, because these sneaking suspicions are growing. They're becoming more prominent. And you look up, and it's like years later. You might start to question the relationship. You might start to question that person, because now all of those things that you questioned over time, they're starting to come together and create its own story. You start to realize that maybe you created this image of who this person is based on your hope, based on your love, based on what you think this person could potentially be. There's a lot of women out there that date men that they know aren't good for them, and they see the signs all the time, but they choose to ignore them because they've fallen in love with this person. You don't want to think that this person that says that they love you, this person that spends all this time with you, this person that acts as though they have made you a part of their life, it's hard to think that that person would do something to hurt you. We don't want them to leave us because we don't want to be alone. We've become accustomed to them being in our lives. We have become accustomed to speaking about them in a very positive way, and people begin to look at you and see you as happy, and see you as involved and in love, and you don't want to ruin that image. I have been in a relationship or two where I chose to believe the lie. I chose to believe that this person was good for me when I knew they were not, but I was hoping deep down inside that it wasn't what I thought it was, that I wasn't as stupid, that I wasn't a fool, that I wasn't that easy to trick. These are the thoughts that women have when they are with men that they know aren't good for them. And I just want to tell you ladies that, yeah, it's hard to leave that person because you've grown so dependent on them. When I was in that predicament, I chose to leave because although I love that person, I love myself more. Jill Scott has this song called Fool's Gold, and she talks about how she was in this relationship and she basically believed all the lies that he told. And I understand what that's like. But I chose to stay because at least I was with somebody. At least I had somebody that would come home to me. Because we live in a very coupled society. And we feel as though, there's this stigma on single people. It's almost like she's pretty, she's intelligent, she's this, she's that, she's can cook or she's educated, and they're like, why is she single? What's wrong with her? And it's sad that we would rather be in a relationship that we don't need to be in to satisfy the status quo, to uphold this image of stability, of worthiness. I'd rather be alone than be with someone who I know really doesn't fully and truly appreciate me, who really isn't giving me their best. I actually spoke to a young lady not long ago, and she knew her man was cheating on her. She knew he was lying. She caught him several times with another woman. He denied it. He denied. When I tell you he stuck to his story, he stuck to it. But she wouldn't leave because she said, at least I got somebody. The people around her told her, he's no good for you. He's not helping you. Your life has gotten worse since he's been in your life. But even out of all that, some good penis and a little attention will go a long way. Right now, I'm coming from a place of experience. I'm coming from a place of honesty. I just want the men to know. You hurt those women, but yet you don't want to raise daughters because you know she's going to run into a man like you. The signs are there. They're always there. These women that talk about, I didn't know, this is all new to me. You know what I'm saying? I didn't realize he was this way. You knew. You chose to ignore the signs because we all do it. We all want to hope that we're overreacting and we start doubting ourselves, then accepting the truth. I know being alone kind of sucks, especially when everybody else seems to be happy with their man. Me personally, I feel I'm worth so much more. I have a lot to give, and it should only be given to the person who deserves it.